Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Monday, May 13th, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We'll start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. A couple things you're going to see here is that right now the futures are trading lower by 4.25 points to around 16.25 per contract. Overnight session was a very mixed bag of tricks. You'll see here that the futures traded as high as 16.27, as low as 16.21, and now they're settling in around 16.24, 16.25 before the opening bell. There's a couple things that you should know about the markets today. One, there was a piece released Friday afternoon by the Wall Street Journal's Jon Hilsnerath, who has very close ties to the Federal Reserve, saying that the Federal Reserve may need to unwind their overall portfolio, quantitative easing portfolio. So we'll see if that comes to roost today, if any market participants bite on that. But a pretty important piece came out on Friday about that. And then there was also a follow-up piece on last night in the evening. So again, who knows what to believe, but I think the Fed is well aware now that they need to start to do something, because the bubble is starting to build here in equities across the world. It's not just here in the United States, it's just about everywhere. So I think that is very important to follow. We'll see how the market reacts today. Looking forward at a few other things here, if you just look at the European markets today, you'll see that they're under a little bit of pressure. The German DAX is just down 0.25%. But the Spanish IBEX 35 is down 1.3%. That's a pretty steep decline this morning. The FTSE MIB, which is Milan, the Italian market, that is down about 0.6%. And then you have the French CAC 40, which is flat, and the London FTSE 100 is just down 0.2%. So it is going to be pretty important to see how the markets react here to this news. So far, markets are down a little bit, really across the board, especially in the U.S. future, in the S&P 500 E-mini futures, down about 5 at the moment. Now, looking at the Asian markets last night, the Nikkei 225 reached a new all-time high, closing at $14,782. I shouldn't say an all-time high, but that is a new 52-week high. Their all-time high is 39,000 plus, reached in 1989. But 14,782, so that inflation rally still continues over there. And if you look back at the markets in Asia last night, you'll see it's a mixed bag of tricks, as you had the Hang Seng finish down 1.4%. The Shanghai was flat on the night, just down $5. And then you have the Indian Sensex, Bombay Sensex Index, which was down about 2% last night. So traders today should watch the Indian ADRs. They can be very weak. You can also track the India Fund, which is IFN, and you can see that's all the way trading down at 2150. Infosys is another leading Indian ADR. That's not doing too much. Tata Motors, keep that one on the radar today. That could be a little bit on the weaker side. So you're going to watch the Indian ADRs for weakness, especially if the U.S. markets continue to be weak. Indian ADRs could definitely come under more and more pressure. So I think that is important to follow going forward. But right now I would watch the Indian ADRs for weakness regardless, just from that sell-off this morning, or last night I should say. Looking at a few other things here in the market today, looks like there's some news from Germany. German finance minister is saying that a bailout agency is really not practical. I think his words were, pretty much not practical. So again, there could be some problems coming out of Europe. You're starting to see some tensions heat up there, especially when it comes to Germany. We'll see how that plays out. Also, there will be economic data, I believe, out at 8:30 in the morning, which is just another minute from now. You're going to have retail sales for April. That always can move a lot of the retail stocks. So you want to watch a lot of the retail stocks. You could follow the entire sector by following the RTH, which is holding up very well at the moment, really right at a 52-week high of 52.07. So keep an eye on that. But you will have retail sales out for April at 8:30 in the morning. I think that's the only economic data that we're expecting. I don't think there's going to be much else today for that matter. But either way, watch for that. That comes out. It should be released in just a second. In fact, it is out now. It's actually, let me see what the number is. But you can see the futures are reacting, and that's all that's important. Futures have caught a bid right back up after the retail sales number. I believe it's up 0.1%. So retail sales are up 0.1%. Market likes the number. I don't know why, but that's the way it works, and that's what you have to watch for. Let's take a look at gold this morning. Gold is down just $2 to $1,435 an ounce. We'll take a look at the GLD. Good proxy for gold. You'll see that's trading right around $138.54. It did close down. It did close at $139.60. So the GLD is trading down about $1 from the close, but spot gold is not down all that much at the moment. Oil is trading lower today as well, down 42 cents to $95.62 a barrel. Light sweet crude is what we use here in the United States. Let's take a look at the USO, which is a good proxy for light sweet crude, and you'll see that's sitting right around $34. Closed at $34.14 on Friday, so we're not going to make too much out of that one. But oil is ticking down on spot at the moment. I don't think anybody's going to complain about that. Looking over at the futures again, real quickly, as this U.S. retail sales number is out, you'll see that the futures got a quick bid higher, and right now they're sitting right where they were when we started this broadcast, around 16.25.50, 16.25.75, right in that vicinity. So really, markets are going to probably open up around this area, but we still got another whole hour to go, so a lot can happen before that is said. Real quickly, before we do exit today's broadcast, there was another article, I believe, out by George Soros, who said that the Italian markets look very troubled and are not going to stay calm much longer, and that also could add some fuel to the fire in the Italian markets. But right now, it looks like the the IBEX 35, which is Spain, is leading the declines in Europe. So we'll see how that plays out. All right, with that said, everybody, I'd like to leave it there. I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we'll see you all on the charts in a little while. Take care, everyone.